Welcome to day number, 3,274 of our imprisonment? I'm exaggerating, but only a little. Today I want to talk about a few verses in Ephesians 4, which was written by St. Paul. Starting in verse 1, "As a prisoner for the Lord, then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." Well, Paul was a prisoner too. And he knew that patience was kind of hard to come by, probably. In this time of staying home, I find that my emotions are right on the surface, not just the good ones. I'm irritable. I'm particularly irritable when I read what friends post on Facebook. Isn't that awful? I get irritated. If you're going to write something and say, "Wow, I hope this isn't true, but if it is, wouldn't it be horrible?" I'm like, look it up. You're already on the internet. Google it. Google is your friend. That's not being patient. That's not being, gentle? Completely humble? Not at all. That's my pride saying I'd be smart enough to look it up. I'm awful. And I'm back. Would Paul or Jesus call that being humble? No. I think now that things are kind of halfway, sort of maybe opening up yesterday or in June, who knows, I think that we're even getting edgier. I see all sorts of rumors being posted on Facebook and people getting frustrated that you don't believe their rumor. And, we need to be kinder to each other. We just do. Paul could get worked up when he needed to, but he'd always strive to live a life worthy of his calling. Now, what did he mean by calling? Well, he goes on to say in verse 4, "There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." Wow, there's a lot going on there, and I'm not going to get into a deep theological discussion about all that, but it has to do with being one, doesn't it? It has to do with unity. We were all called to one hope. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. Our calling is unity, unity with God and unity with our fellow believers. There's one body. Now, what if we thought of each other as part of ourselves? You're part of my body. I'm part of your body. We're all one. Do you have patience with your own body? You might say no, but I think you do. I think that if you happen to drop a glass, you don't yell at your hand. You don't slap your hand. You don't call your hand stupid. It's part of you, and you go, oops, right? That's what we're talking about. Being unified, being one body. If we could only trust each other like we trust ourselves. Particularly at this time when we're all on edge, let's try to remember to be gentle and to be patient and to bear with one another in love. Would you pray with me, please? Father, you are full of grace and mercy, and we know you overlook our faults when we ask you for forgiveness. Your loving kindness endures forever. We ask that you fill us also with grace, grace to forgive friends and family, grace to overlook the things they do that frustrate us. Help us to remember in moments of impatience that you are infinitely patient and loving, and you can help us keep the unity of the Holy Spirit. We ask these things in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.